Well, from one commodity player to another, the price of Brent crude is down about 50% over the past year, and prices are expected to remain under pressure in 2016. However, petro-chemical group Sasol, whose futures are closely tied to the oil price, has performed well operationally and managed to cut costs substantially. Joining us from our studios in Cape Town to discuss the outlook for Sasol is Finweek contributor Moxima Gama. Moxima, thanks so much for your time. Sasol came up with a response plan pretty quickly. A lot of analysts saying that they started fixing the roof when the sun was still shining.
Yes, I mean, it's benefited them quite a lot. It's called the Business Enhancement Performance Program. And in their statement this week, they actually did then announce that they had saved about 2.5 million as opposed to the 1.5 million that they were planning to save. So it's actually, although things could be wobbly in terms of their profit, at least they got to save that a lot, that part of that, well, the costs. And they went quite aggressive with it, with at least 2,500 employees either voluntarily, resigning or taking early retrenchment. That has really benefited them. Like having to pull out that plan was a good call on their side.
Moxima, the weaker rand was also a benefit to Sasol, but as you said, the oil price definitely being a pressure point there. How should we be looking at the rand oil play when we decide in investing in these particular shares?
Fortunately, at least the weaker rand has soothed the pain of that plummeting oil price. So if you want to invest, you would closely then look at the rand oil price. There's a positive correlation between the two. At this point, if it stays above 600 rands per barrel, then that would be good for them, or it will keep Sasol above waters or keep profits. And of course, if it does then increase, that would be a good sign. If it goes anything below that, it could be quite challenging. But at this point, it looks like it would stay above 600 rand. So if, like I said, it's best to look at the rand oil because it's quite imperative to then determine the future direction of the share price.
The petrochemicals business has done quite well, and in terms of their projects, they're still going ahead with the ethane cracker in Lake Louisiana, but there is still so much volatility. Is it still wise to invest in this company, given the time that there are just so many moving parts, so it seems?
Look, Sasol was quite wise in putting some of their projects on ice because of the plummeting Brent crude oil price. And most of the analysts, including myself, feel at this point that Brent crude will start at least consolidating sideways on a bullish note before recovering. So with them initiating at this point when the Brent crude is low, I'd like to trust that their judgment of reinstating it will be quite good. I do trust their management, which is really very, resolute. So I do think it is a good time in order for them for their costs and profits working on a lower Brent crude price.
Moxima, thanks so much for coming in and giving us the outlook for Sasol, and that obviously a very valuable feedback. That was Finweek contributor Moxima Gama. We're going into a short break, but when we come back, we'll be joined by a panel of experts and we'll be talking all things retail, and we'll be zoning in on Pick n Pay. Stay with us.